our chairman for the first technical session, which is on post-recession challenges, implications, and opportunities for the Nigerian capital market. The chairman is the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Mr. Godwin Emefiele, but he's ably represented by the senior advisor to the Deputy Governor on Economic Policy at the Central Bank of Nigeria, Dr. Friday Ohuche. Please, a round of applause as we welcome the chairman to the podium.
Mr. Godwin Emefiele, the Central Bank Governor, is a thoroughbred professional banker with over 2 decades experience. Prior to his appointment as the governor of Nigeria's Apex Bank in June 2014, he served as the Chief Executive Officer and Group Managing Director of Zenith Bank PLC, Executive Director in charge of Corporate Banking, Treasury Financial Control and Strategic Planning at Zenith Bank PLC. He has a deep knowledge, experience, and expertise in macroeconomics, policy, finance, negotiations, critical thinking, leadership, and value delivery. He has attended and acquired varied professional certification at Oxford University, Harvard University, and Wharton Business School, University of Pennsylvania. He is a proud recipient of numerous awards from local and foreign financial institutions, media organizations, and NGOs. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Godwin Emefiele.
Now, our lead speaker for this session is the Group Chief Executive Officer of United Capital PLC, Mr. Peter Ashade.
Mr. Peter Ashade is an astute investment banker of over 3 decades, cognate experience in the Nigerian money and capital market, has diverse academic and professional background. Prior to his appointment as Group CEO, UBA Capital PLC, he was the MD CEO of African Prudential PLC from 2006 to June 2018, where he led the transformation of the business from a subsidiary of UBA PLC to a listed company on the Nigerian Stock Exchange, achieving over 800% growth in profitability within 8 years. His penchant for innovation has led him to pioneer many e-products, offerings for the Nigerian capital market and other sectors like the education and cooperative sectors. A consummate professional and pragmatic technocrat, he's worked in executive capacity in various top-range bank and registrar firms in Nigeria. He's an alumnus of the Obafemi Awolowo University and the University of Lagos, as well as a fellow of some bodies and associations. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Peter Ashade.
Next is the moderator of the first session, the man I'm always scared to call his name, but I will attempt it. The President in Council of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, Mr. Abimbola Ogunbanjo. I tried. Thank you very much.
Mr. Abimbola Ogunbanjo has been the President of the National Council of Nigerian Stock Exchange since September 25, 2017. He currently serves as the managing partner of the renowned leading corporate law firm of Prince Ogunbanjo and Co. Solicitors. Mr. Ogunbanjo serves on the boards of several multinational corporations and non-profit organizations, including Better Glass PLC, and the advisory board of the University of Buckingham Center for Extractive Studies. He is a past board member of GTL Registrars and ConocoPhillips, amongst others. Mr. Ogunbanjo is a member of the International Bar Associations, Nigerian Bar Association Institute of Directors, Institute of Petroleum UK, and a registered capital market consultant with the Securities and Exchange Commission in Nigeria. Mr. Ogunbanjo acquired his first degree in business administration with honors from the prestigious American College of Switzerland. He proceeded to the University of Buckingham, where he obtained his law degree. He attended the New York Institute of Finance, where he obtained his capital market certificate. Mr. Ogunbanjo serves as the chairman of Better Glass Co. PLC and has been its non-executive director since September 28, 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Abimbola Ogunbanjo.
Now we will have the panelists. The panelists for this paper. We want to welcome first the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. He is no other than Mr. Oscar Onyema. A round of applause for Mr. Oscar Onyema. I remember I interviewed him many years ago when he just took over in South Africa. Prior to his appointment as the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerian Stock Exchange, he has had over 20 years experience in the United States financial markets and the Nigerian information technology sector. He has served as the Senior Vice President and Chief Administrative Officer of the American Stock Exchange, making history as the first person of color to occupy such position, where he was instrumental to the integration of the Amex equity business into the New York Stock Exchange, Euronext equity business in 2008. An alumnus of Harvard Business School, he has an MBA from the Branch College, Baruch College, New York, and BSc from Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Oscar Onyema. Next is Mr. Bola Ajomale, Managing Director, Chief Executive of NASD. Mr. Bola Ajomale. A round of applause for him.
Mr. Bola Ajomale is an experienced professional with a demonstrated history of working in the financial services industry. He is a strong business development expert, skilled in business planning, analytical skills, securities, asset management, and capital markets. Mr. Bola Ajomale is an associate member of many institutions, including Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers of Nigeria, an associate member, Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bola Ajomale.
A round of applause for him. And of course, our next panelist is distinguished Senator John Eno, Chairman, Senate Committee on Finance. A round of applause for him.
Senator John Eno is an academic, parliamentarian, and philanthropist with many strong bias for fiscal accountability, probity, human capacity development, and selfless service. Since Nigeria's return to democracy in 1999, he's remained one of the very few that has remained relevant and consistent in the legislative arm of government, from Cross River State House of Assembly to House of Representatives to the Senate. In various capacities as Chairman, Finance and Appropriations, House of Representatives, and Chairman, Finance, Senate, he has made unparalleled contributions to nation building. One of the high points of his legislative career was his strategic role in the enactment of the Fiscal Responsibility Act, which led to the establishment of the Fiscal Responsibility Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator John Eno.
Now let's have the one I call my teacher, the one who is author of many books, Nigeria's first professor of capital markets, Professor Uche Nwaleke. He's the first Nigerian professor of capital markets, a multidisciplinary scholar. He is the head banking and finance department at the Nasarawa State University, Kefi, a fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, a chartered banker, chartered stockbroker, member of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, CITN, the Institute of Capital Market Registrars, and the Nigerian Economic Society. His contributions to the growth of the Nigerian capital market have been immense. He has co-authored over 60 articles in referred local and international